Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Daniel Ibrahim. As one journeys further into the month of Kiak, one looks no further than the love bestowed upon us through the incarnation of God the Word. As St. Gregory the theologian states in his liturgy, as a good shepherd, you have sought after that which had gone astray, and as a true father, you have travailed with me, I who had fallen. Emulating our first father, the Church has termed its shepherds various plays on the word father, such as abuna or ava. But what characterizes the fatherhood in the Orthodox Church? Moreover, what role do the early Church fathers play in the safeguarding of the sound faith? How much credence is given to them, and what do they have to say about the value in receiving the incarnate Word? As the Church progresses through this joyful season, I wish to remind you of the significance of who's to be received, with another saying of a desert father. The second father who I wish to introduce to you today on our journey through Kiak is Saint Basil the Great, bishop of the city of Caesarea in the 4th century. Known for his saintly family, with his mother being Saint Emily, his grandmother being Saint Macrina, and his brother being Saint Gregory of Nyssa, Saint Basil is one of the highly esteemed titans of the First Church, with whom he was considered close friends with Saint Gregory of Nazianzus, or the theologian, and Saint John Chrysostom. Together with Saint Gregory, they wrote the Philokalia, a collection of commentaries on the teachings of Origen. Besides his writing of one of the liturgies in the Coptic Church, his influence from other fathers, such as Saint Pachomius, the father of monastic communities, and Saint Athanasius the Apostolic, can be argued to have led to his valiant defense against Arianism, which threatened Christ's divinity. Now, regarding the depth of God's righteousness and his philanthropy, he writes, quote, "It is for this reason that he was born, that you may be purged by fellowship with him. For this reason he grew little by little, that you may grow familiar with him, and so become one of his household. Oh, the depth of God's righteousness and his philanthropy! By reason of the generosity of his gifts, we find it difficult to believe his beneficence. By reason of the greatness of his philanthropy towards us slaves, we rebel against him. What evil and vile cruelty," end quote. While some people have accepted the necessity of the Incarnation, others have questioned the necessity of the Lord to grow little by little and wait 33 years for the completion of his ministry. Why did it not suffice to be slaughtered along with the children of Bethlehem and save his creation in that manner? Although a short answer may be that partaking of our nature included enduring the suffering that came along with our nature, such as the temptations and desires we had to endure, the length of his time on earth was a testament to his divinity, proving furthermore that he is indeed the Son of God to save the world from their sins, and in teaching and performing miracles was purifying our corrupt nature by showing his supremacy over their tribulations and raising the standard of God's commandment beyond what is established. Yet here St. Basil tells us later in his homily on Christmas that inserting oneself into such theological matters are futile and matter little to us. He tells us to liken ourselves to the Magi who came and worshipped him, and, quote, to consider the shepherds who became wise men, the priests who prophesied, the women who rejoiced when Mary accepted the Annunciation, and when Elizabeth felt the leaping of John in her womb. Participating in such debates deters us from when we truly rebel against him, a greater doubt which belittles the critical significance of the Incarnation. What will be the points highlighted by the Fathers? God in his unconceivable wisdom and foreknowledge knew of the susceptibility of man to fall. Yet in his benevolent love for us, he created us, calling each and every one of us by name to his kingdom, and to be restored once again to being united with him in his glory. That is not enough, however. Imagine for but a moment, a priest is coming to sleep at your place for a night. Will you not prepare and refresh his room to be as pleasing as possible? How about a bishop? You would clean the entire house. How about the Pope? Why, the city would be beaming and everything nearby would be prepared to receive one esteemed with such high honor. Therefore, how much more should we prepare to receive Christ the Word of the Father in our very hearts, which we not only receive in this season, but every time we partake of the Eucharist? Let us therefore examine ourselves, to behold that which we are about to receive, and to further understand the magnanimity of God's love for us. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kiak in the Eyes of the Fathers. Tune in next time for another Father.